Hey, what's up guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel Mayta What Ifs. Today I am back with a new story. The name of this story is What If Naruto Got the Curse of Screeching Banshee? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. Now before continuing this, what is a Screeching Banshee? Basically it is a, combination of Sakura's screeching ability but amplified 100 folds. But yeah, Sakura won't have that. Anyways, the original idea came from when I was watching the OG Ben 10. Don't ask me why I was watching that. I just kind of felt like it. Anyways, the first one, the Ben 10 as kid came out, the one with the white shirt with black, stripes on it, the original one. In that, I don't know which season or which episode, there's a new alien that Ben gets. It's like a werewolf, but he splits his mouth and some shockwaves comes out of it as he screams. So that is basically the Screeching Banshee in this, and that will be the description of him. Anyways, moving onwards, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And I would like to ask you guys, your opinion on one more thing. As I mentioned before, I'm hoping to set up a Reddit or even a Discord so that I can do reactions to the memes that you guys can make from, any of my videos or, even from, anywhere you find. And we can make a reaction of a sort every week, once in a while. I mean, if you want me to. I really want to, add on a lot of different, things just besides from what ifs. Like, you guys can post any obnoxious idea and we'll pick every five of them each week. Or how about the manga suggestions that you guys give and I review them after reading them and finding them out how they do, and maybe suggesting you guys some of my own. I was hoping to, go along like these and things, and even, making my own Naruto theories. Here's the one. In the last Boruto Twin Blue Vortex chapter, I found out in the end that Himawari was the one who was housing the Kurama. I mean, the Nine Tails, but he was kind of, shrunk down. I was quite weirded out about that. I mean, I never seen Kurama like this, and he was acting like he has forgotten who they are. Now, that is an interesting theory to make. And the thing is that what if he as slowly recovers his chakra and go back to being a, Kurama that we knew about before he used the Baryon mode to sacrifice himself? What if he remembers everything and then he realizes that Kawaki has replaced himself since he wasn't there or dormant at the time that Genjutsu was casted, and then Himawari will be the first one to awaken and made realize of what has happened to, her true brother. And then Himawari will join Boruto, or better yet, since everyone, even Shikamaru, knows that if anyone was more than ever trusted comrade of Naruto, it was, besides him, none other than Kurama himself, who has been with him since his birth. So he would trust his word if Kurama spoke to everyone. What do you guys think? Do let me know in the comment section. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato, 9 years after the Kyuubi attack, inside the academy where the next generation of shinobis and konoichis were being taught and trained. As now we go towards a specific class where we see the most clan head kids were studying alongside with some of the civilian ones and our protagonist, Naruto Uzumaki, the pharaoh of Konoha Gakure no Sato, as well as the only resident in Churiki, which he was quite unaware of, alongside everyone who was there, besides their teachers. As now we see, their sensei, Iruka Omino, a Chunin, was trying his best to get everyone to pay attention, but Naruto and the others were not doing so, and he had to repeat himself again and again and again and again for the 18th time. And he, to be honest, was close to having enough and giving up. And that is when we see Sakura, seeing that Sensei was having enough, then did what she did best, yelled at everyone. "All of you bakas!" she yelled out at the top of her lungs. As even Iruka was shocked and quite sure that she might have undisclosed the location of the whole village because it was kept to be a hidden secret. That is why it was called a hidden village in the first place. As now we see, Iruka then said, "Calm down, Sakura. I think your voice was heard throughout the whole village." As now we see, Naruto was on the roof like a cat who was hanging upside down after being scared. Not Naruto, come down from there," said Iruka, who was quite weirded out about that. "What the hell? I thought it was a Screeching Banshee." As everyone almost held in their laughter, and even Sasuke did, because everyone knew that Naruto liked Sakura, to the point that he would confess out even out loud, but he was the one who was calling her this unintentionally, and Sakura, well, she had a tick mark on her head. You damn idiot! Who are you calling a screeching banshee? As now we see, Iruka then said, calm down now, everyone. Naruto must have gotten scared because of your loud noise, Sakura, that you made. Oh, I'm sorry, Sensei. I didn't mean to. It's just that I saw that you were getting fed up, and these idiots didn't want to pay attention. Hi. Thank you, Sakura. Now sit down. As that is when we see Iruka forgot everything he was trying to tell. Now, what was I talking about? How about this, Iruka? Since the Screeching Banshee's topic is brought up, why don't you tell them the myth about that? Good idea, Mizuki. You guys, you want to know what Screeching Banshee is? Nowadays it is used as an insult to insult people who are loud, as everyone held in their laughter as Sakura looked down, almost shrinking in her place, as Naruto felt bad about this, as everyone paid attention. But it is said that it is a cursed creature, a wolf that was cursed by both nature and chakra from the sage, and after it consumed a cursed fruit, it became the Screeching Banshee. It is said that his screech can literally destroy a whole village, cause cracks in a whole mountain, and even destroy the sun if it is loud enough. What? What do you mean by that? Is it that powerful of a creature? Yes, it is said that it is a wolf-human mixture of a creature who can split his mouth, and from his mouth comes out some sort of screeching sound that can destroy everything in its path. And the humans? What about them if they stand in his way? They will be turned into nothing more than a bloody smear. As everyone was now silent, as that is when a wolf howl was heard, as everyone gulped, since it was getting late and already reaching the end of the class, everyone was about to leave, as now we see Iruka then seeing the time then said, well, I think we should wrap things up and leave this here. No, I want to find out what happens next. Please explain everything to me, said Naruto, as Iruka was quite shocked that Naruto for the first time was excited. What, is the world going snail or something? Naruto Uzumaki was paying attention in the class and for the first time was excited about something. What do you guys think? We kind of want to find out too, Sensei. As Shikamaru, the most laziest of the laziest kids, was also quite into it and was paying attention. And this now got Iruka excited as well, so he began to tell them the curse of the Screeching Banshee. As now we have a cutscene towards the Hokage office, where we see Hiruzen Sarutobi the Sandem Hokage, who has survived in a profession where men die young, and has been the longest acting Kage besides Onigi from Iwa being acting as a Tsuchikage. We see that was working on his office against the bane of all the Kages, the paperwork, as the door slammed open, causing him to get in shock-like position, almost shocked and scared that who was it? And then in came Naruto. Naruto, my boy, it's just you. You should knock, you know that? You can scare other peoples like this. I almost attacked. Sorry about that, Gigi. What is it? What got you so hyped up that you have to enter like that? It's just that Iruka-sensei told me about something. Mythil? It's called myth, Naruto. Is it? Yeah, myth. A mythological creature. What kind of mythological creature got you this excited, Naruto? Said Hiruzen, who now was interested to find what Naruto's interest has been piqued at. It's called Screeching Banshee of a sort. I called that Sakura-chan accidentally after she screamed and almost scared me awake from a sleep. You were sleeping again? Not to worry about that, Gigi. What I want to find out is it really true? Well, it is said that the monster has been sighted again and again. It appears and resurfaces once in a while, and then it disappears. So have you seen it? As now we see Hiruzen then smirked and said, when I was a kid, similar to your age, it was clan warring era or so on. Konoha was just newly formed. And then, at the time when we were moving here with our Sarutobi clan, I saw it. Everyone thought that it was wolf and got scared to move along. They didn't want it to get hurt by the wolves. But I knew what I saw. It was a humanoid wolf that was howling at the moon. And I saw his mouth split open. As Naruto was scared now, as he gulped, so it is real, right? Yes, Naruto. The Screeching Banshee is real. And he can transfer this curse to anyone. What do you mean by that? Those kids who act bad They might turn up to be the Screeching Banshee one day. What? What do you mean by that? Now run along, Naruto. Don't let the Screeching Banshee catch you. As now we see, Naruto, being scared now since it was night, rushed back home. As now we see his apartment complex, which was basically abandoned, only had one apartment that was working, was on the end of the red light district, which was near where the woods were. As he began to move there, we see that he sensed as someone was watching him from the forest side. He could see two eyes glowing. As now Naruto gulped and began to shake with shaking hands, opened the door, and that is when he sensed that someone was moving near and near him. Naruto, slamming the door open, got inside and closed the door shut. Finally, panting heavily and at the same time sighing in relief that he was in, but his heart was almost pounding so heavily that it beat it out of his chest. As that is when he went to lay down on the bed, we see that from the windows a wolf-like figure with glowing eyes was watching him. As after that, the wolf-like figure disappeared. And so, a few months passed after that. Everyone forgot about what the Screeching Banshee was, but Naruto's interest, well, it was piqued still. But he also was quite curious of what he has seen that night. So, one day, after a few months passed, Naruto was telling what he saw a few months ago to everyone, as Kiba then said, Naruto, stop bullshitting everyone. No one's getting scared about this, right, Akamaru? As Akamaru didn't say anything, just whined. As Shikamaru then said, calm down, Kiba. We all know one thing, and that is Naruto doesn't lie. If Naruto saw anything, it could be anything. I mean, it couldn't be the Screeching Banshee. I mean, it could be a wolf. Wolf's eyes glows in the night. As Akamaru yipped, as if he was agreeing. See, even Akamaru agrees here. As Choji then said, after taking a chip from his bag of chips that he was holding, then you don't have to worry about anything except for wolves, Naruto. Wolves can get dangerous too. So you better lock your home before you leave or enter. And be careful. Yeah, you got that right, Choji. I have to be. I have been trying to take extraordinary precautionary measures, but so far, there hasn't been any sighting. So how about we all go and stay at Naruto's home tonight? Said Shikamaru, as he smirked, watching the others as Kiba gulped. What? What do you mean by that, Shikamaru? Is Kiba scared? As Choji, he chuckled as well, as that is when Ino entered the group. Well, hey guys, what are you talking about? What is going on here? Oh, hey Ino. We're planning to go and stay at Naruto's. What? Doesn't Naruto live in an apartment complex all by himself? Yeah. It is said that his apartment is quite haunted as well, since he is the only one who lives there. No, that is not true, Shikamaru, said Naruto. As now we see, that is when Ino then said, that is quite interesting, and quite adventurous. I want in too. What? But it is a boys' night. And how come you'll be the only one there? You can go and play with Sakura or someone. I'd rather play with you, Kiba, than her. Really? She insulted you, Kiba. Hey! Said Kiba, as he realized what Shikamaru was telling was true. As now we see Ino then said, listen up. We'll meet at Naruto's after the academy ends and stay there and tell the tales that we know. I have a lot of horror tales that I want to tell. As now we see, everyone gathered after the academy at Naruto's home. Naruto, obviously having the ramens that he had, shared the cup noodles with everyone as he shed tears. After that, everyone sat around one another with a golden torch in between, acting as a campfire, and began to tell the tales. And as suddenly on cue, the weather got bad and it began to rain and thunder boomed loudly. Akamaru was obviously hiding under Kiba's hood, as Kiba was also quite well scared. As that is when all of them decided to go to sleep. As in nighttime, we see Kiba opened his eyes as he witnessed that Naruto was sleeping near the window. As the moon was shining, the rain had stopped, and that is when he witnessed and saw a visage of a wolfish figure whose eyes were glowing in the darkness without any light. As that is when he held his scream and stayed inside, hidden in the bathroom, as he heard the window slide open and some footsteps entering inside. As that in that moment he realized that this is not a normal wolf, because the normal wolf would not be able to do that in the first place, and the window in itself in question was quite high. As that is when he heard a dragging sound, and then the window closed shut. As now we see, after gathering a bit of his courage, he gulped and opened the door again to see that Naruto was missing, and that window or that figure was gone. There were some dirt marks on the bed as well. As Kiba got alarmed and scared, so he flipped the switch on the lights and dashed inside. Guys, wake up! Wake up, everyone! As Ino then yelled out, "What is it, Kiba? If you're scared, you should go home." No, no, it's not that. Look at Naruto. Naruto's gone. As Shikamaru and Choji even got up and were quite shocked. Weird. Couldn't he gone have to bathroom? No, I was there. I saw something, okay? As after Kiba explained everything in a hurry, we see that Shikamaru also noticed that there were some prints. Are you sure that window was this? As the window was shown above the bed. Yes, that can't be, because on that side there is no floor. Someone must have grabbed the pipes or either clawed his way to the wall to get in. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna inform the Hokage, said Shikamaru. As after that, we see a few moments later, Tazumi Nizuka, as well as Inoichi Yamanaka and Shikaku Nara, alongside with the parents of the others, alongside with Hiruzen and Haruto, we were there. Hokage-sama, leave this to me. We will find the boy. Kiba, I'm glad that you for the first time did something genius and stayed hidden. Whatever that thing is, it is quite dangerous. It could be the Screeching Banshee, said Hiruzen. But Hokage-sama, that is just a myth. No, it can't be. What Kiba said, what I saw when I was a kid, it was real and it wasn't my imagination. We have to find Naruto, said Hiruzen as his eyes widened, realizing what the Banshee might be trying to do. As he remembered the last clause of how the curse was transferred, as the death of a Screeching Banshee was close, because of old age or because of wounds, he will find a new fitting host and transfer the curse onto him, before his previous host dies. And right now, the perfect host was none other than Naruto. Damn it. Should have listened to the kid when he said a few months ago that he was having trouble because of someone was watching him from the shadows. Damn it. As now we see, Naruto's scream was heard while the other Anbos were searching, and Hiruzen, alongside with Tazumi Nizuka, who found him, arrived at the site, thanks to her dog who found him, and saw that Naruto was on the ground, and he had claw marks alongside with, well, bite marks on his neck, the claw marks on his chest. They're from a wolf, or something bigger even. I can't see any feline doing this. It has to be a canine, a much, much bigger one than we anticipated. As Kurimaru then whimpered for the first time, Kurimaru, are you okay? It's not that. It's as Hokage-sama said. It's that monster. The Screeching Banshee did this. What do you mean by that? Look at the bite marks. Tsuzumi, can't you see that? Those are not normal bite marks. You're right. I haven't seen that in all my life. And that's coming from a veterinarian. Regardless, we have to take him in. As after that we see Naruto was rushed to the hospital, but the doctor couldn't find anything wrong with him. So Hiruzen, just to calm down his paranoia, moved him to veterinarian where, well, Tazumi as well as her daughter Hana were taking care of him. As now we see Naruto, while Hana was watching over him with the triplets that were her ninken, witnessed something in night time. As a few days have passed since Naruto hasn't yet to woken up, something happened to Naruto. He suddenly woke up, but his eyes were slits, which were blue and black, as his body began to undergo a transformation, because tonight was a full moon. As Naruto body and muscle mass began to grow and his body was begin to cover in hair. As now we see, Hana entered the room to give and check on Naruto and give him his medicine, and at that moment she witnessed that Naruto wasn't there, and in his place was a wolf who was standing and looking at the moon. His eyes were looking at the moon, and his senses indicated that he was ready to attack at any given moment. A pure alpha, and at that moment he turned around, as he growled at Hana, before walking past her. And at that moment, Hana, after regaining her thoughts as her Ninken told her to, sounded the alarm. and the shinobis as well as everyone gathered, and Hana, shaken up, explained everything what has went wrong. Seeing those claw marks on the, well, direction Naruto went, they followed him, only to find that Naruto had killed a lot of deers of Nar and had eaten them down. As as hunting down the trail, they found not Naruto, but the monster from the myths itself, the Screeching Banshee, with blonde, well, fur, as well as blue eyes. He glared at them and roared as well, as that is when Hiruzen said, Naruto, is that you, my boy? As that is when his indication became into reality when he witnessed that there was seal that was glowing on his stomach. That is Naruto, no doubt about it, thought Hiruzen to himself, as now we see Hiruzen summon Monkey King Enma and turn him into a staff, and then he went all out against Naruto. Obviously, he was injured by him, and at that time, when the sun went down, Naruto returned back to normal. Hiruzen was injured, but with minor bruises, since he was being cautious and extremely careful, and not like he was alone, since a lot of Inuzukas as well as the others were there. And at that moment, we see that Naruto was taken to a prison cell that was placed with a lot of seals, as Hiruzen, after bandaged up, was now inside the Hokage office. And inside the prison cell, Naruto was being treated as well by the veterinarians as well as the doctors, and many shinobis and strong ones at that were placed there to make sure that if he turns again, he didn't escape. As the civilian council had gotten a wind of it, and they were scared shitless. They were scared of Kyuubi, but that Kyuubi couldn't appear because of the seal, as the Hokage mentioned. But Screeching Banshee, holding him behind, was not a joke, and he has appeared. As Shikamaru's dad Shikaku then said, before you continue, no human was injured, just remember that. And if anyone was, it was us in our hearts, because a lot of our dears died, Hokage-sama. We will pay the compensation. Hiruzen, what are we gonna do about this? The boy has regained, yet again, a new ability, it seems. He was in the eyes of the Banshee, the previous one, for God knows how long. Naruto warned me before that he saw something one night a few months ago, but I brushed it off, thinking that it was a wolf, as I told him, and as many of us believed to do so. But it wasn't that. But Hokage-sama, it wasn't supposed to be a myth? Well, as you can see, the myth is busted and proven itself to be true. Now whatever we do, we have to be careful, because Naruto might turn again. And as soon as night arrived, Naruto did. As he was locked in the prison cell, the whole cell was shaking, while the shinobis were waiting outside alongside the Hokage-sama. What is going on? Here, Dragon Commander Anbu, Hokage-sama, we barely escaped. That thing is quite strong. Whatever the kid turned into, the Screeching Banshee or whatever, it is quite too powerful. Look at what it did to all the seals, as a huge screeching sound was heard, and at that moment even Hiruzen was terrified. What kind of monster was that? As he witnessed that the chamber that was specifically designed for Orochimaru and all other dangerous beings, even that could hold on, a nine-tailed Biju, was close to being destroyed, and the monster within was ready to lash out. What are we gonna do? I don't think the cell will hold him for much longer. We have to go to the land of fire. The shamans, they would know something. As they arrived there, the shamans themselves were praying rigorously. As they saw their leader, then got up from the praying formation and said, we are already doomed. It seems the Screeching Banshee's final transformation is here. Final incarnation is here. The Golden Banshee. What? What do you mean by this? It is said that when the Golden Banshee emerges, those who have anything akin to hatred or greed in their heart will be perished. What do you mean by that? I am afraid that that being is not sent by the demons. It is sent by Kami. It is not a curse, but a blessing. A blessing to befall on someone that is to be the child of prophecy. As Hiruzen could have sworn that he heard this somewhere else, as that is when he remembered it was Jiraiya who mentioned that child of prophecy will appear, who will cleanse this world and save those who are worth saving, kill those who are worth killing. And at that moment it hit him. The Golden Banshee, the final transformation, everything made sense. So it was Naruto. But How do we help him? There is no helping it. The human you know who has become that, and the golden screeching banshee is different. One is the entity you know, the other is entity was servants of Kami herself, here to cleanse this world, with the strength booted by Yami and the ferociousness and, well, abilities given by Shinigami. The gods cannot intervene in our world by themselves, but they can through someone, and that someone is the Banshee. You better stay out of his way, Hokage. We and the other nations, their shamans, as the Shaman Alliance have come together, and we have warned our daimyos. Some of us have been ignored, while the others stayed put. The world will be in chaos for some time before it will go completely down in peace. All we can do is just watch from the sidelines, as that is when a news appeared in Hiruzen's ears by his envoy. The village was in shambles. Many of the shinobis, even Danzo Shimura and the elders, and the civilian council members, almost all of them, alongside with minor clan heads, were killed. As not only that, many civilians who who have been doing some shady stuff were also killed. That he has gotten a clue were doing some bad things. And each and every sort of traitors have been killed. Every bandit has been wiped out in the vicinity of Konohagakure. How did this happen? Who was it? Was it Naruto? Yes, Okage-sama. What are you doing here, Kakashi? He didn't do anything. Just looked at me and then went past by me after patting my shoulder. I was scared, thinking that I too was going to die. But I didn't. Where is he now? Whatever you're trying to do not do it, Hokage. It will only hinder his work, and you'll become his enemy. You don't want that thing on your back, or the wrath of gods will fall upon you, like the rest of the world. As Hiruzen, after finally heeding this warning, wanted a second opinion, so he called none other than his trusted summon, who also warned him to stay away. And then he decided to talk with a student, Jiraiya, who after hearing this said the most logical and sensible thing. There's nothing we can do, Sensei. The cleansing process has been started, and there is no stopping him. By the end of this night, and this night alone, many evils will be purged. I think the land of fire will be cleansed. And as Jiraiya hit the nail in the coffin, we see that as soon as the 6 a.m. mark hit and the sun rised, Naruto returned back to his normal self and went back to sleep in the piles of dead bodies that was surrounding him. And once Naruto woke up, it was already evening and he was feeling extremely exhausted. What is going on? Where am I? What happened? As that is when Naruto was called back inside his mindscape by Kurama. As Kurama himself brought Naruto inside the seal to hide away from that thing that was slamming against the seal on the other side and almost killed Naruto. The Screeching Banshee. What the hell is that thing? Do not bother trying to figure out, kid. That thing is a curse that you know already about. What? You mean the Screeching Banshee? Then who are you? I am Kurama, or as you can call me that. I am the Nine Tails. As Naruto was shocked about that. If you are shocked, then yes, I was sealed within you by the fourth Hokage. I didn't die or was killed. My self being here is the proof of that. And I saved you? You wanna know why? Because I couldn't allow you to die as his hand. Because if you do die, that thing will take over. That thing wants control. And if he's fully in control, he will burn everyone in his path. So, just so you can survive and allow himself to be sealed, you need to live. And that is why I intervened. As now we see, Naruto, after being told everything as what has happened and what he did, was now quite shocked. I can't believe that. You believe or not, I don't care about that. But it has already happened, kid. I see. So I did this all, huh? When is this gonna end? When the job will be done, it will be banished by itself. And you will be freed from the curse. All you can do is in the meantime to stay put. Besides, it's night already. as Naruto and Kurama stayed put as the Banshee took over Naruto again, and his sights were set on Suna and Otogakure. Rice Country, Otogakure, and Suna were cleared. Everyone that was hiding underground or somewhere in the sky was killed, that was corrupt or dangerous or held any hatred or grudge. And as soon as this news reached the ears of the other three villages that remained, such as Kiri, Iwa, and Kumo, they at first disregarded it, but finding out what has happened to the land of fire and the land of sand, they knew that they needs to take the precautionary measure, and a Kage summit was called immediately in the Iron Country, who itself was scared. What are you gonna do about this, Hiruzen? That thing appeared from Konoha. Even if that thing did, the boy has no recollection of that, and we are still trying to find him and bring him in. But I have been warned by the shamans of the land of fire, and I believe that many of you have been as well. Change your ways or that thing will come. But they didn't listen, and the curse followed them suit. As soon as the third night arrived, Kumo was wiped out clean. Ei, once returned back to his village, found out that it has been in bloody shambles, and many were killed. He was enraged, but that is when he noticed that the shamans from the land of, clouds arrived there and warned him to not do so. Seeing that the damage was done and he shouldn't make enemies of the god, he realized that he needs to stay put and let this carnage continue, because this carnage was a cleansing process through the gods themselves. And then, when the next sunrise arrived, Naruto found himself in the middle of the street in some village. It was Iwa, because all of them were wearing red, surrounded by piles of dead bodies, and one of them was crying his eyes out. Please, leave me alone. I promise I won't do anything wrong ever again. What is going on? As that is when he was captured by the remaining alive Anbus. As now we see in a prison cell, Oniki arrived. You brat. I can't believe this. You're his son. You're Minato's boy. The same bastard who killed all of our shinobis. Can you believe that? Tonight you will be hanged, boy. You will perish. And once you do, we will celebrate. As soon as the night arrived, Oniki forgot the most crucial part about the whole curse. In the night it activates. And as soon as as they call it, the sacrifice ceremony, the revenge ceremony was about to begin, Naruto transformed. And taking the same axe in his hand, he butchered down the whole village. And then moved on to the land of rocks. After it was cleaned out, only one land remained, who, after witnessing that the whole world has gone through this destruction, vowed that he would change his ways. And surprisingly enough, when the fourth night arrived, nothing happened to them. They were all prepared, still praying that they would change and asking for forgiveness for their crimes and for those who have they done against this. And to their surprise, the Banshee arrived there in front of the home, and opening his mouth in four, he screeched to the moon. As they all felt the whole village shake, and after that, giving them as if a warning, he returned from where he arrived. The final target was Amegakure. The whole village was found destroyed, as sonic booms was heard throughout the whole village. And on the sixth night, by the end of the whole week, we see that on top of a huge mountain, the Banshee arrived, and looking at the moon, he screeched, as his voice was heard throughout the whole elemental nation and sent chills down the spine of everyone. After the first screech, as it died down, the wolf steadied himself and listened. After finding out that no response came, he screeched once more, but this time, his screech turned into a humanoid one from a wolfish one as it transformed back into Naruto. As Naruto went limp on the ground, panting heavily. What is going on? Is it done? Kurama, said Naruto, panting heavily. It's over, kid. The curse has been lifted. You done your job. You can rest now. As after that, Naruto went limp there. And the next morning, he woke up to find himself back at his village. And the one who brought him there was none other than Jiraiya. You don't need to worry about anyone, kid. Not anymore. The world itself has been cleaned. Cleaned from the very rock bottom all the way to the top. I'm just glad that it's finally over. You're young for your age, and I'm quite sad that this happened to you. But it was the will of Kamiyami and Shinigami that did this. Anyways, I'm just glad this is over for you, kid. Hope you'll be able to recover. As now we see, time went by as Naruto and the others, and every elemental nation, shinobi and kunoichi and civilian returned back to their lives, normally. But as they say, the cycle always finds itself to restart, and as soon as it did, the curse soon found himself back. As Naruto one night, after being married to Ino, as both of them started dating and married now at the age of 20, was in their room. As Naruto woke up and was looking out of the window towards the moon, as his eyes once again formed into slits, indicating that the curse has found its way back, as did the hatred and grudges. And once more the cleaning needed to be done. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this story off, guys. I know it's quite short and could be made into a long ass movie that will be quite good and top quality, but the thing is that, well, the internet issue is going on again, and this time I have heard the news that our main connection line for the whole nation and many other countries nearby us has been damaged, which is, under the water or something, under the ocean, from 5 different places. And it might take them a month or so to recover, and the backup in the meantime is working. And to be honest, internet has been quite slow for a few days by now. Like, really, really shit. I talked to the company and they told us that it is because of the previous provider from which they buy it, and that they say that the whole country's internet is going to shit. Hopefully it will be resolved, and after it is, I'll be able to post movies again. And in the meantime, I hope you enjoy this one. Anyways, this is it for the time being, and do let me know what you guys think about the situation at the beginning of this video. Peace.